I call the next part of the Dinner Special podcast the pressure cooker. I'm going to
Okay.
ask you 7 fast and fun questions that we want to know your answers to. Are
Okay.
you up for it?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Awesome. Number 1, which food shows or cooking shows do you watch?
I am obsessed with Chopped. Like I could watch that all day. I just love to see what they do with these super weird ingredients, and I kind of like think of what I would do. And I really love Top Chef too, just because I love the dynamic and the chefs on there are just on another level. The stuff they come up with and how fast they can cook things, it's super impressive.
Awesome. Number 2, what are some food blogs or websites we have to know about? I think you already mentioned a couple earlier, but what are some blogs and websites we should know about?
Yeah, those are some good ones. My name is Yay is a really awesome blog. She's actually half Jewish, so she makes some Jewish tweaks on her website as well. One of my good friends, Little Ferraro Kitchen, she does a lot of ethnic foods. I love to see what she comes up with. During Hanukkah, she did 8 days of different Hanukkah food from around the world. So a
Wow.
lot of them were even new to me. So that was super cool. And let's see, try to read a lot of local Austin blogs too, but someone, and Tori Avey I mentioned, she does a lot of food history too. So if you're interested in history, that's a great one. And then you mentioned the Food 52. I love. I don't even know if I consider that a blog anymore because they're just on another level. But
Right.
they're great for discovering new foodies, and their recipes are always on point.
Awesome. Number 3, who do you follow on Pinterest, Instagram, or Twitter that make you happy?
They make me happy. Let's see. I'm really into Instagram, especially. I just love the visual aspect of it, and I just feel like that's like the new social network that, oh, besides Snapchat, but it's like the cool one, I guess. So I like to follow food people and non-food people. So for laughs, I'll follow Andy Cohen, of course, I mentioned. Always got good stuff going on, and I like to follow. The Garden of Eden. I think she's in Toronto, and it's EITIN, Garden of Eden. She does just gorgeous food displays that she'll use edible flowers, and it must take her an hour to set these gorgeous shots. But I love following her. And Infatuation on Instagram, they'll repost different other people's stuff, and they'll post from different restaurants. They're just food always makes me drool, and I won't even be hungry. I'm like, I need to eat something. So, but I love Instagram. There's so many interesting people.
Yeah, definitely. Like if you're a visual type of person, Instagram is sort of
Yeah,
definitely the place to go, especially
yeah.
like for
And
food.
I'll even follow like jewelry designers and clothing designers. I think it's just cool to get inspiration from different things.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, when you're cooking too, it's an artistic aspect to it as well. So you can definitely pull
For
inspiration from
sure.
different people. Number
Yeah.
4, what is something all home cooks should have in their pantry?
I think, well, besides the immediate staples, something I like to add are unique spices. And you can even, something I'll have for dinner all the time is just roast some seasonal veggies with a different spice on it. Maybe make like a spicy yogurt sauce on top, or poach an egg and put it on top. And that's it. Especially if I'm eating something heavy during the day or I'm going out to dinner, I'll have a nice light lunch. But I think what makes a difference is adding a unique spice. I love using za'atar. It's a Middle Eastern spice. It's a blend of actually different spices. The main ingredient is sumac, which is a very citrusy, lemony flavor, kind of subtle. There's oregano in there, sesame seeds, thyme, and sea salt. So you can make it yourself, but it's just got a really nice, balanced flavor. That using smoked paprika, I like a lot, especially if you're keeping kosher, so you're not having bacon. It adds a nice smoke flavor to foods too, in different chilies or stews, and it gives kind of a smoky aspect. So I would say a few unique spices can take your dishes, your staples you always make, and bring them to the next level.
Right, awesome tip. Number 5, name one ingredient you cannot live without.
Let's see, I might say tahini. I've been really into tahini lately, but something I always have in my fridge is Greek yogurt. I'm obsessed with Greek yogurt, and I have it a lot as a savory thing too. So I'll make like a savory breakfast with some Greek yogurt, and I'll put in some like pumpkin seeds and some hot sauce, which like sounds really weird, but if you think of Greek yogurt just as a very neutral flavor, and you can do so much with it. And so I'll even mix that with tahini sometimes and make a sauce, which is tahini is a sesame paste used in hummus, or mix it with some hot sauce and put it over some veggies. It's just extremely versatile. It has a lot of protein, so it's really filling too.
Perfect. And number 6, what are a few cookbooks that make your life better?
So I have so many cookbooks, and one of my New Year's resolutions is to actually use them, not just like ogle them and look at them.
Right?
Like I mentioned earlier, the Ottolenghi, all his cookbooks are just gorgeous. Even just looking at them for the food photos, I love. And I'll always go back to Joy of Cooking is a classic. Something I've also been interested in. There's a cookbook called Schmaltz, and Schmaltz is a rendered chicken fat. And there's a whole cookbook dedicated by Ruhlman's the author of that. And it's all dedicated to what to do with this chicken fat and how to make it. So it's your traditional Jewish ingredient, but to see it in different ways is really fun. So I'd love to try to experiment with that cookbook a little more too.
Cool. And finally, number 7. What song or album just makes you want to cook?
Lately, I don't know if I should admit this. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of Taylor Swift.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, right. I don't
Yeah.
know. People who don't like Taylor Swift are lying, I think. So I don't know. It'll pump me up. Or I'm really into '90s music. I'm a '90s child, so I'll put on like the '90s Pandora station, or I don't know, Whitney Houston Pandora, and see what comes up, and just something kind of fun and poppy, and it'll get you in the mood for cooking for sure.
Great. Congratulations, Amy. You have officially survived the pressure cooker.
That wasn't so hard.
Okay, good.